So you want the Hostinger VPS running WordPress and you want it done today. Good call. I'll take you through the whole setup right now. Buy the server, then getting WordPress live on it, step by step. Here's the short version of why a VPS and not the cheap share plan. On shared hosting, your site sits on one machine with hundreds of other sites, all fighting for the same resources. A VPS gives you your own slice, your own memory, your own processor power, so your WordPress site can handle traffic more consistently and doesn't slow down every time another site on a shared server gets busy. I've set this up more than once, so I know the two spots where people get stuck. I'll flag both before they trip you up. Quick thing before we start, if you decide to grab Hostinger VPS after watching, use the link down in the description. It's a referral link and it takes 20% off your price at checkout on its own. You don't type a code anywhere. Clicking the link is what does it. So don't head to Hostinger on your own. If you type it into Google yourself, you may miss the referral discount, but that's totally up to you. Head to Hostinger Edge panel and open the VPS on the left side panel here. Okay, the link in the description drops you right there. Okay, now once we head to set up VPS, because I'm new to Hostinger, I'm gonna choose the server location right near you. Choose what to install, an operating system or OS. I'm choosing Ubuntu. Add the root password, right? This will add like a layer of protection so you can recover your VPS access, God forbid if something happens. Okay, and the additional feature here like malware scanner, daily auto backups, etc. And hit next. And here basically you'll see a few plans lined up. They're called KVM1, KVM2, and so on. The number just means more memory and more power as you go up. Here's how to pick without overthinking it. If you're running one WordPress site, KVM1 or KVM2 is reasonable starting point. KVM1 gives you 4 gigs of memory, right? And which is plenty for many smaller WordPress sites. Only reach for the bigger plans if you're hosting several heavier sites or a store with lots of traffic. Don't pay the power you won't touch yet. You can always upgrade later. Pick your plan and click through here to check out, right? Choose the plan, 24 months, 12 months, 1 month, and proceed by choosing the payment method. And it only takes you like 1 minute. Now, so the billing term, this is the first spot people leave money on the table. The longer the term you pick, right, the lower the promotional price per month can be. The 1 month option looks tempting, but it's usually the most expensive way to pay. If you're serious about keeping the site for the long term, compare the total upfront cost and the renewal price before choosing a longer term, right? Next, make your account or log in if you already have one, then you will land on the payment page as we just said. Okay, here's the good part. Because you came in through the link, the referral discount should be reflected in your checkout if the offer is active and your purchase qualifies. Look at the price summary in your cart and make sure the discount is actually showing before you pay. One more thing that takes the pressure off. Hostinger offers a 30-day money-back guarantee on eligible services. Check the current terms for your specific VPS before purchasing. Go ahead and complete the payment when everything looks right. Once the payment goes through, Hostinger walks you into setup. Click Start Now or Setup to begin. First, it asks you where you want the server located, right? So I'm gonna go back here. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the home page, right? So once the payment goes through, Hostinger walks you through the setup. You know, you don't need to choose any like tool individually so you can, you know, do everything manually. No. So first it will ask you like where you want the server located. Simple rule here. Pick the location closest to the people who will visit your site, right? If most of your audience is in the US, pick the US data center. So that you will see that when you start to set up your own VPS, not after. Okay, for some versions. Now, if most of your visitors are in Europe, right, choose a European location, right? Closer generally means lower latency. Don't overthink it. Pick the region nearest your main audience. Okay. Now the part that matters, and this is the second spot people get stuck. When it asks you to choose an operating system (OS), don't just pick plain Ubuntu and walk away if your goal is to get WordPress running quickly. There's a faster path. Look for the section where Hostinger offers applications or pre-configured templates. Depending on the current interface, the exact wording may be different, right? And there, look for a WordPress template or WordPress ready setup, all right? And once you find that, go ahead and pick that option. This is the whole trick. Instead of installing WordPress manually with a bunch of commands, the template handles much of the setup for you. No complicated installation process and no need to spend your first hour in the terminal. It will ask you to configure credentials. Choose a strong password, right? So I'm gonna choose a random one, right? And create a strong password and save it somewhere safe, right? And because you will need it later. Then confirm the setup, of course, and let it run. The installation can take several minutes. When it's finished, you will get a confirmation and your VPS dashboard will show the server details, including your IP address. Almost there. Let's get into your new WordPress site. Grab that IP address of your server from the dashboard, open a new browser tab, right? Type in that IP address, right here. Let's say this is an IP address. Of course, this is random. You will see like dots just to indicate that this is my IP address. Sometimes that's what it looks like, right? Now type slash wp/admin at the end. So it looks something like your server IP followed by /wp/admin. That should bring up the WordPress login screen. Use the administrator credentials created during the WordPress setup. Don't assume the username is always admin. Use whatever username you configured or whatever credentials Hostinger provided during installation. Log in, and there it is. You're inside your own WordPress site, running on your own VPS. Two quick things to finish the job. Go to settings and general, right? Set your site title and your tagline here, right? Or there, basically. This is the information visitors see on your site. Takes about 10 seconds, right? Again, you gotta type your IP address, wp/admin, right? Right now, your site may be running on that raw IP address, which is fine for testing, but isn't what you want long term. To put it on your own web address, point your domain at the VPS IP. You do that in your domains, like basically DNS, right? Or DNS, your domain's DNS settings by adding a record that points to the server's IP address. Once the DNS changes propagate, your site can load from your actual domain instead of string of numbers. So if you're struggling with any of this, you can go ahead and ask the Hostinger agent, and it will walk you through where is the DNS and how you access it, etc., etc. Right? Now, make sure that HTTPS is enabled, right? The HTTPS means that site is secured, right? Hostinger provides SSL options for eligible setups, and WordPress should ultimately be configured to use your secure HTTPS address. That's the full setup. Server bought, WordPress installed, site live. So here's what you just did. You picked a VPS plan, checked the available discount at checkout, chose your server location, and used the WordPress setup option to get everything running without touching a single line of code. Then you logged in and made the site yours. If you got this far, you can absolutely run this site. If you're ready to start, here's exactly what to do. Click the link in the description to open Hostinger. Use that link rather than going directly to the website, because the referral link is what tracks the offer. Pick your plan, and when you reach checkout, make sure the advertised discount is actually shown in your cart before paying. Okay, you've also got the applicable money back guarantee, so you have some protection if the service doesn't work for your needs. You gotta get back your money. You get back your money, right? So you gotta pay it back. The site you've been putting off can be live tonight with simple steps. So go build it.